I have to go all the way up there. Oh my god. Hi.
Hope you like it. Bye.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh my god, that was so much fun. So I'm going to pretend like I don't have the biggest headache in the world going on right now, and I'm going to show you the things I got yesterday at the Frenzy Presents event. You obviously saw the clips before this, which was basically the quick recap of my day, which really took until about 8 o'clock last night to get home. I had so much fun and I had no idea what to expect going there. I had only seen a couple of videos from like previous events. It was beyond my wildest dreams of like anything that I could have ever gone to. It was probably like the best day.
It's probably like, Adam, I can hear you peeing from my bedroom! And I'm filming! I don't know if they can hear you, but that's gonna be a funny blooper if they can.
And I met so many new friends. Like, I just followed all of them on Twitter and Instagram and everything, and I'm gonna check out a lot of their blogs. And I got to meet Caitlin and Andrea. They will both be linked down below. They were the only two booktubers that I knew there, and the only two people I really knew there other than Suman. I don't even know how to go into what happened. It's like, it's still so surreal. I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of stuff. 2 bags worth actually, but the thing is I took them out of the bags to take this not so glamorous Instagram picture. That's why I'm not a bookstagrammer. I think this bag is so cool because it has the Harper, well, one of the Harper logos on it, but then it also has a like promo for Us by David Nichols, and this bag is really loud. Both of those bags are down here. All of the stuff is on my bed right now and I have no idea where to start. I'm gonna start with the posters. Well, the bigger posters, because I've got 3 of those. The first one is not one that we got in the swag bags. It was one of the ones that was around the meeting conference room that the event was held in, and at the end of the event, like, some people were taking them. I wanted the Becky Albertalli arc one, but that one had already been taken. I was going for the next best one, and this was the prettiest one out of the ones that were left, and it is the fireworks poster board cover by Katie Contugno. This one, I'm definitely going to be sending in a ARC request because Here's the thing, I arrived at this event 30 minutes late because Toronto traffic is crazy. It's crazy. And they had streets blocked off, and then we couldn't get into the building, and we got lost, and we went the wrong direction. It was a mess. But we got there, and when I had got there, I had only missed 4 of the books that they had talked about. I'm going to link down below the Tumblr page where it talks about all of the, I think, 14 books that we were supposed to hear about. I heard about 10 of them, which was, it was great. I feel like I should have started off with the thing that I saw first when I got there, but we're still gonna go with the posters. So this is just like a big, thick poster board, and it actually has a little back kick, so if I really wanted to, I could put it up on the top of my bookshelf. I'm not really sure where I'm gonna put it yet. Okay, I'm gonna let you out! I'm kind of thinking maybe instead of putting it up on top of my bookshelf, which is like the only logical place to put it right now, I might get some of that blue sticky tack stuff and put it on the back, because then I don't have to try and force tacks through this, and I can preserve it. But yeah, it's so cool. So I'm really doing this all out of order, but this is kind of like the order that I picked it up from when I was doing the picture thing. So the next poster, well, the next 2 posters that I have were from the swag bag that we got to take away from it, which was, all of this stuff was literally packed into this blue bag, and that's why I had to get the bigger bag to hold the books, which are coming, I promise. So the poster that I am going to show you now is really freaking cool. It is so interesting to me, and I'm so excited to have it because it's going, my book wall is going to get a revamp, I guarantee you that. And it is a poster from The 1000th Floor by Catherine McGee, and it's I assume this is the building, like the tower from that has the 1000th floor, 1000th, in the book. But then beside the tower,
they have the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, Petronas Tower, the One World Trade Center, Shanghai Tower, and the, I'm gonna butcher this, Burj Khalifa.
And I assume that all of these totals are equal to this total. But it's really cool. And then the last book poster that I have is one that talks about Red Queen and the Glass Sword, both of which I have yet to read. The next thing I have is another one of the things that wasn't from the swag bag, but after the event we kind of just all pillaged and took whatever like thing was around the room we were allowed to.
What I really wanted to get was the, I don't know what you call it, but you know the triangles that you put on twine and it's like a, I don't know, I call them like streamers or whatever you call them. They have a name, I'll put that up once I figure it out, but they had replica by Lauren Oliver on them, and I wanted to take them to the ceiling, but I'm too short to do that.
They had this like photo booth opportunity, and you saw the picture of the book wall and everything, and me holding up the Instagram thing. One of the things that they didn't really have out, but then we found, she had the 3 crowns from the Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake, which was also in some of the swag bag. The 3 crowns are beautiful, so I took the most beautiful one in my opinion. So I'm gonna actually hunker down like this so you can see the gloriousness that is this crown. What even? If I were a queen, this would be my crown, but the flowers would be blue. Next, I'm gonna show you all the little doodads and things that I got. I got 3 buttons, and I just dropped one. The first one is the beautiful crown from the Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. And then I have a button about Every Hidden Thing by Kenneth Opel. And I have a replica by Lauren Oliver button, the Lyra side of the story. These are kind of just random little things, but they had these little book covers on the cupcakes that were at the event. I thought they were super cute, so I ate one and my dad ate one, and I kept them both. I'm gonna hold them all up now. There's so many little papery things that were in the swag bag, so I'm just gonna go through them. But there is a bookmark about Every Hidden Thing by Kenneth Opel. I'm so excited to show you the books. I'm not even prepared. And I also have a Glass Sword bookmark. We got a really random coloring sheet, which is basically promoting the Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, coloring books, and postcards that are coming out. This is what I'm most excited about because I have like 3 or 4 of these. I think 4 in total, but there's one that's down there that I will show you after. I have little postcard doodads with the covers, pictures of The Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. And I have The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. and on the other side it has a quote that I'm not really sure where it's from or whose writing that is. And then this, I'm so excited to have this, but it's like a little postcard, not really, like a little, what do you call them, prints. I've never gotten one of those, but it's a little print with a quote from Sarah Rush on it. That's why literature is so fascinating. It's always up for interpretation and could be 100 of different things to 100 different people. It's never the same thing twice. Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rush. Oh, it's so pretty. One of the other things I got, I found it on my chair when I first got there, even though I was late, and it is this really pretty Red Queen, or this is the glass sword side, and this is the Red Queen side. But it's a little notebook, and like I said, I had a bunch of people that I got their URLs. There's like 2 more things from the swag bag apart from the books, which I'm kind of keeping separate from the swag bag. But one of the people at the event, she actually supplied the swag bags with a sample of a Smashbox mascara. This is a sample size of the Smashbox X-rated mascara. It's got a brush like this. Here we go, Beauty Guru hand. It's got that very mascara-y smell. I can smell it everywhere. This is the last thing from the swag bag apart from the books, but it kind of is part of a book. We got a chapter sampler, like the first look preview of Carve the Mark by Veronica Raw. It comes out January 17th of 2017. I am so excited. I am so excited. Like, I mean, aside from Allegiant, I love the Divergent series. I have yet to read 4, but I do have it, and now I have this. I'm not sure that I want to read it until it's closer to January, so I don't read it and then like want it right away. Like I said, the link down below will tell you all about the books that I am showing you and all of the books that we learned about too. Now the part that everybody's been waiting for. We're at the books. When we got the email, it said that there were 2 very special guests coming, and you could automatically assume that it was going to be authors, but I really didn't put like my mind to who it was going to be. I just wanted it to be a surprise. They actually came and talked about their own books, and then they did a little signing for us, and we got ARCs of both of their books. So those are the 2 that I'm going to show first, because I'm excited. This is like the first author signing I have ever been to. Can we just take a minute? Saw the awkward footage of the one person that was there, Kenneth Opel. And I have here a copy of Every Hidden Thing, which is basically Romeo and Juliet meets Indiana Jones and dinosaur hunting. He was talking about it. He was talking about how he was learning about the 2 people, these 2 like dinosaur hunter finder people, and he was like, what would happen if these 2 had kids and they fell in love? And right from there, it sold me. It even sold my dad, who is not a very big like fiction reader. He's more of a non-fiction sports book sort of reader. So he was really into this book. He kind of just sat off to the side, but he was reading this book in the background. He got to like chapter 4. It was so different for me because I've never been to an actual signing. All of the books that I have signed, they're literally all Lurleen McDaniel books right here. I've always bought the books online and then they were sent to me. So this was the first author, other than Eric Walters, that I have ever met. I have his signature. And so this next author, I completely missed her debuting her book because I was late. Kind of sucked. So going up to her, I literally walked up and I said,
"Hi, my name is Danny. I completely missed your pitch for the book, but I saw the cover and I'm sold." And she goes, "Well, that's great."
And then when I was talking to people after the signing and we were just kind of gathering around and talking, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, it's this, this, and this." And I'm like, I'm so excited. The cool thing about this one is she is a debut author, and that is Emmy Gerard's Girl Man's Up. The pitch that I got told from the other book bloggers and the booktubers was that it is, and this is apparently what she said it was as well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meets Girls Who Look Like Boys meets video games. And then when I was reading the back, I realized it was an LGBTIQ book. On top of getting the book, I also got a little card. There's a little book cover thing for my book wall and a little magnet that I still have yet to put on my fridge because I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm not ready to share the magnet. So aside from those books, I got 3 books within my swag bag. I had no idea about this one, and I'm realizing now looking at Goodreads that it came out in June, but I'm so excited for this one. It is another LGBTQ book. Oh my god. I literally said on Twitter not too long ago that I wanted to find more books LGBTQ, like Aristotle and Dante and One Man Guy, and there was another book that Simon, of course, Simon's. And the first book that I got is True Letters from a Fictional Life by Kenneth Logan. There's this guy named James, is a star athlete, and in his spare time he writes letters to people that he never intends to send. Kind of getting the P.S. I love you vibe. And he has a girlfriend named Teresa. Whenever he writes these letters, he tells the truth to the people that he's writing to, that he really isn't into Teresa, and the person that's consuming his thoughts is actually a boy. So this next book I am excited about. This comes out on September 16th, and I am very excited to read it because I have not read any of her other books, but other people have, and I've heard mixed reviews about that. But this one sounds very interesting, and that is Bright Smoke, Cold Fire by Rosamund Hodge. So this is inspired by Romeo and Juliet. The characters' names are actually Romeo and Juliet. The two characters, Romeo and Juliet, are in love. There was this magic thing placed on Juliet at birth which compels her to punish her clan's enemies, and Romeo has just killed her cousin? Yes, he's killed her cousin Tybalt. So now she's like compelled to kill him. So he's gotta go, and they're in love, and what is happening? He is the author of Cruel Beauty and Crimson Bound, but I have yet to read those because I heard mixed reviews about those and hadn't picked them up yet. So I'm excited to read this one, and if I like this, then I'll go read the other ones. So this next book is kind of hard to explain. I'm gonna read the Goodreads synopsis for it, but the next arc that I have comes out October 16th.
I know that because the 9th month is September because I had to count on my fingers because I'm so smart.
And I say it's confusing because here I have Replica by Lauren Oliver, and Replica is like two books in one. This book kind of reminds me of Flipped in the sense that it is one of those books where you read one side and then you flip it over and you read the other. Kind of like the Twilight Life or Death 10th Anniversary Edition. So on the yellow side we have Gemma's tale, and on the blue side it is Lyra's tale. Gemma has been in and out of hospital since she was born. We are talking about Gemma, so I should hold her side up. A sickly child, her lonely life to date has resolved around her home, school, and one best friend, Alice. But when she discovers her father's connection to a top-secret Haven research facility currently hitting the headlines and under siege by religious fanatics, Gemma decides to leave the sanctuary she's always known to find the Institute and determine what is going on there, why her father's name seems inextricably linked to it. Amidst the frenzy outside the Institute walls, we have Lyra, or Number 24 as she's known to the Haven, a fellow experimental subject only known as 72, managed to escape. Encountering a world they never knew existed outside the walls of their secluded upbringing, they meet Gemma. And as they try to understand Haven's purpose together, they uncover some earth-shattering secrets that will change the lives of both girls forever. Apparently there's no real specific way you're supposed to read this. So you could start with Lyra's side, or you could start with Gemma's side, and I don't know which side I should start with. That was basically my experience with my first ever Frenzy Presents and everything that I acquired while there. I am so grateful for the opportunity to attend, so thank you to Suman. It was so great to meet you, and so great to meet all of my fellow book lovers, booktubers, book bloggers. The list is endless. I definitely had so much fun. It was like one of the best days ever. I'm looking down at the mess of my bag, which is like literally all the stuff that I showed you. Oh wait, I forgot to show you one of the other things that was in the swag bag. Okay, so the last thing I have is a little Stegosaurus. He was at the bottom of my bag, and you saw the necklace that I ate, that the green ones tasted like soap. I have a little Stegosaurus, and my dad looked at me when I pulled him out of the bag, and he's like, why do you have a little dinosaur? And I'm like, you know what, I think this is in here because of Kenneth Opal's book. So when I put Kenneth Opal's book on my bookshelf, my little Stegosaurus will be sitting like right beside it. You guys will never be able to see it, but it's right here. It's just too tiny. That is it for this video. I am off to go put up some posters and figure out which book to read first. I don't know which one to read. I look forward to reviewing all of these soon. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna stop fangirling now and I'm gonna go, so bye! Thank you for watching my video. Hope that you really enjoyed the show. Hit that subscribe subscribe button down below.